Hi, welcome to Culinary Platter, and today I'm going to be sharing with you all my most favorite recipe, which is veg biryani. I know even before I start, there's going to be a lot of people who will be commenting telling it's not biryani, it's brinji or it's pulao. No, guys, trust me, there's a lot of difference between a brinji, a pulao, and a biryani. And today I'm going to be sharing with you a biryani recipe, and you can use this as a base for your meat biryani as well. The main ingredients are going to be the same irrespective of what you add, whether it's vegetables or if it's a meat. And to give you an idea of what is the difference between a pulao, a biryani, and a brinji, let me tell you, pulao doesn't have any kind of whole masalas like grounded masalas like cumin powder, coriander powder, or it doesn't even have tomatoes, and you can substitute even dry fruits into a pulao. But when it comes to brinji, the main ingredient is coconut milk, okay? And they also do not use too much of ground spices. But for a biryani, you need a whole good amount of onion and tomato mixture, like a gravy. And you'll also need the ground spices like cumin powder, coriander powder, red chili powder, and nice garam masalas and spices. So, and also one more secret ingredient that I will be sharing with you in the recipe. So this is again a base. You can use it for the meat as well. And with that, let's begin. So for the ingredients, I have taken a handful of mint and coriander leaves, finely chopped, and one whole tomato sliced. I have also taken one big onion sliced. You can take two onions instead, medium size, and also three green chilies, half slit. Some vegetables, you can substitute them with meat, and some whole spices like bay leaf, cloves, cinnamon, and star anise. To a pressure cooker, I have added 1 tablespoon of butter. You can also add 1 tablespoon of ghee instead, and 1 tablespoon of oil. Once the butter and oil gets heated up nicely, add your whole spices, that is bay leaf, cloves, cinnamon, star anise, and some pepper. You can also add half a tablespoon or half teaspoon of jeera. Once they turn nice and aromatic, add some green chilies and let them splutter. I've used 3 green chilies, and then add in your onions. Make sure the onions are sliced so that it gives nice flavor. Let the onion cook really well in the oil and they turn completely golden brown in color and have a good flavor and aroma to it. This is the main ingredient of a biryani, and make sure you cook them really well. Do not burn them, but just cook them in the oil really well until they turn mushy. You can cook the onions for 5 good minutes and then add some tomatoes. Also, the tomato should be straight sliced, and cook the tomatoes with the onions for another 5 minutes so that you get a good gravy kind of an consistency. To this, I will be adding 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. You can also add a grated or finely chopped ginger and garlic instead, but ginger garlic paste has a very different flavor. This is home ground. Mix them all really well, and you will get a nice aroma after the ginger and garlic paste is cooked, like after 1 minute. And at that stage, you will add your chopped mint and coriander leaves. Saute the mixture for another 1 to 2 minutes. Now comes the main ingredient, which is curd. Here I have added 2 tablespoons of thick curd. Mix them well with the onion tomato gravy, and this is the base for any biryani, whether it's vegetable biryani or it's a meat biryani. This is the base. Now add in your vegetable or meat of your choice. If you are going to add paneer, make sure you add them in the last so that the paneer don't turn rubbery in texture. Cook them for nice 5 minutes. If you're going to use meat, make sure they are marinated and they all have very different cooking time. So make sure you cook them for correct time. Now for the tempering and masalas, I am going to be adding half a tablespoon of turmeric, 1 whole tablespoon of red chili powder, half tablespoon of coriander powder, half tablespoon of cumin powder, and half tablespoon of garam masala. That's it. Mix them well with the vegetables and coat the vegetables well with the masalas. Now I am adding my soaked rice. Here I have taken 2 cups of rice. At this stage, if you want to add paneer, add at this stage. For 2 cups of rice, I am adding 3 cups of water, which is 1 to 1.5 ratio. Add salt as per your taste and garnish with some more mint and coriander leaves. If you want, add 1 more tablespoon of butter at this stage and close and pressure cook for 3 whistles in medium to high flame. That's it, your super yummy biryani is ready. Serve them hot with nice raita or brinjal gravy and enjoy your Sunday. See you soon in another recipe. Bye bye.